Hey everyone, welcome back to Topher Drives, where today, thanks to Kauth Mayeur in Peoria, Illinois, we're driving this 2011 Porsche Cayman Base, the 987.2. A lot of you know that I have a 987.1 Cayman S, and I have actually driven a 987.2 Cayman S over on the Topher channel about a year ago, also supplied by my buddy Sean here at Kauth Mayeur. But this is one that I still haven't driven, and I think this may be kind of the perfect enthusiast solution because, of course, as some of you know, and if you're watching this video, you probably know, the 987.1 kind of has the Achilles heel. It has a couple of problems that are a little bit blown out of proportion, the IMS bearing the cylinder bore scoring. But in 2009, when Porsche came out with the facelifted version of the 987, the .2, like this car, they got rid of that. The IMS was no more. The camshafts were then driven directly off of the crankshaft. So these are pretty dang stout. And this car in particular should be quite a treat today. It's kind of an OEM plus build. The owner has gone through and added some GT3 goodies to this. We have GT3 lower control arms. We have a GT3 brake master cylinder, Cayman R stripes on the side. We have GT3 sport seats, which you'll see once we jump in this car. And I'm going to try and make this walk around quite brief because, as you can see, it is raining. So today's going to be kind of a shorter video. We'll kind of talk about what daily driving my Cayman has been like, and also talk about what it's like to drive this 987.2 Cayman Base. And the reason I think these are so choice is because you can have yourself one of these cars for about 30 grand in the condition that this one is in. Also, with the .2 generation, the base Cayman got a 6-speed when standard in the 0.1, it was a 5-speed. So under the middle of this car, what's powering it? Well, this is powered by a naturally aspirated 2.9 liter, up from 2.7 from the 0.1. Naturally aspirated flat 6. It makes 265 horsepower, 221 pound-feet of torque. This was available with a 7-speed PDK, but the one we're driving today does have the 6-speed manual, and of course it is rear-wheel drive. 97.2s were available also with a limited slip differential. That was a new option that came out in 09 as well. Here is our key. The owner, Sean, has a really cool little houndstooth keychain on it. Love to see it, but let's quickly poke around this. You can see the best part about Caymans is you get two boots, as we like to say. So you have this big opening here in the back. Of course, the engine is here under this cover, but you have all this space behind it. You've got this little door here to top up fluids and things like that. But honestly, you can fit kind of some long and flat things in the back of Caymans, since they are kind of a lift back configuration. And then, of course, we also have a frunk. Lots of practicality going on here, which is quite deep. Battery sits under here. You can see this owner has an attachment for his trickle charger, but that's what I love so much about these cars is they are becoming so reasonably priced, and they are honestly quite usable. And I think this honestly may be the best one to go with if you are on a budget. So let's jump in, let's fire it up, and let's go for a drive. I would like to get out of the rain. Inside, these are the sport seats, which you would have found these also in Caymans and Boxsters, but these particular ones were pulled from a 997 GT3, I'm told. And then we also have a 987 or 997 Sport steering wheel as well. We also have some Cayman R door pulls in here, and we have a Numeric Sport short throw shifter. And my buddy Sean says that this is one of the most dialed in 987s that he's driven, and he has driven quite a few having this Porsche shop. So I'm gonna wipe the camera lens off, and then we'll fire this thing up, and we'll take it out on the road. With this base Cayman, we have black face gauges. This particular example has done just under 87,000 miles at 86,722. This owner has opted for an aftermarket Sony head unit, but the 987.2 did actually get a new center stack here. We have different climate controls. This one is pretty standard. The spec on this car, we don't have a sport button. We don't have the active suspension or anything crazy in here. It's just a very pure spec, which I do like. We have painted white trim. We have a painted white console to match the exterior. What else is different? Well, we have this Numeric short throw shifter, which I'm excited to try out, as my Cayman S just has the stock shifter on it. And, well, what else? I mean, I don't really know. Kind of just want to go drive it, so let's do that. Red seat belts, which would have been a factory option, but these were installed aftermarket. Into reverse there, no backup camera on this car. Very, very tight short throw shifter. And I love the stock shifter on the 987, so I'm curious kind of what I'm going to think about this one. All right, let's go. This is a raw first impressions drive. I have not even driven this on the street yet, so we will see how this goes. I'm actually going to get the climate control going before we get out on the road, just to make sure we don't have any fogginess happening. Oh yeah, this shifter feels great. Same kind of general boominess in the cabin as my car. We're gonna let this get some temperature in it before we push it past 3,000 RPM. Also imagine shifter's probably got to get some temperature in it as well. It's feeling quite stiff at the moment. What I love so much about the 987.2 is that they didn't stray away from anything that I love about the 987.1. It does honestly drive pretty much the same. Cars are just so happy, so eager to go all the time. We're actually not going to argue with this pickup truck today because as it is soaking wet, probably not going to be taking this entrance ramp too quickly anyway. The dynamics of these cars are just so nice. They're so daily drivable, so comfortable, so just easy. I mean, you could put someone that's very new to a manual transmission in this car, and I think they get the hang of it very, very quickly. Brake pedal feels very wooden. Stock exhaust on this example. Oh, this makes me miss my car so much. So ready for it to be spring so I can get mine out. Oh yeah. You do have to rev this out a bit to get the most out of it, but I mean, the 221 pound-feet of torque is fine. This has pretty similar power numbers to my Cayman S. There was, of course, a bit of a power bump with the .2 from base to S and everything. This shifter is fantastic. You know, some short throws, they're a little bit too notchy. It's hard to get it into gear. This one, it still feels very Porsche-like. You still kind of feel like you're rotating over a ball, and when you go into gear, very satisfying. Just notice this has a gear shift indicator. My car does not have that. These cars are just the best, seriously. Not intimidating, easy to get in and out of, you know. Even through a neighborhood, into fourth gear. Now there are a number of other kind of rennline suspension upgrades on this car, which I don't have a specific list of every single thing done to this, but changes have been made, and honestly, I don't really feel like they've affected the ride quality too much. This rides pretty similarly to my 2006 Cayman S. If anything, I would say it's just a little bit more sharp, a little bit more firm, but steering feel, oh my goodness. Now, we don't usually pull over mid-video to do B-roll here on Topher Drives, but I think it's appropriate today with these settings here. So this is where the B-roll's from at the beginning of the video, if you're wondering. And actually, since we've pulled over and it has magically stopped raining, a couple of other things I want to point out, but actually first I want to turn the wipers off because that's going to bother me. There we go. Okay. So with the .2, with the facelift, they obviously lifted the face. It's got a different front bumper. Fog light locations changed. They sit a little bit further to the left now. We may have some friends coming by. It looks like an RS3 Mark 8 GTI. Okay, pretty sweet. Oh, it's a Golf. Oh yeah, good stuff. Anyway, what was I going to say? Oh, I kind of prefer the way that the .1 looks with the body-colored fog light bezel. Of course, these bumperettes, as they call them, are painted black on base cars like this. This car has what's called the SportDesign wheels. These ones in black, which I do like. And we have actually an all-season tire on this. So this is what I'm saying, guys, is you can put an all-season tire on this car and drive it every single day. This is a Continental Extreme Contact 235/35 R19 on the front, and on the rear we have a 265/35 R19. So just a bit of a staggered setup. Around back, different taillights, different rear bumper, and this owner has added the Porsche script on top of the existing Cayman badge. Not for everyone, I don't know that I would necessarily do it, but it does make the car look a bit more modern, as the 981 and up, the 981, 982, they do have that Porsche script on the back. So overall, oh my goodness, just such a good looking car. I'm a bit biased, but I really do think that the 987 is the most beautiful generation of Cayman and Boxster that they ever made. It is just such a pretty car. All right, let's go drive it some more. I would worry a bit having a painted console like this, but this one looks like it just has one little baby scratch here. I do love the color match to the outside of the car. I think what I love so much about the Cayman is it gives normal people hope that they can go out and spend compact SUV money and have themselves a mid-engined, fixed roof sports car made by Porsche. And I mean, I know a lot of people say, oh, it's just a Boxster with a roof, which in some ways, yes, you are correct. However, I think the Cayman looks a million times better than the Boxster. It drives better than the Boxster. It's got more power than the Boxster. It's more of a special formula here with this car. I know Boxsters have a time and a place, and I do love a good convertible. In fact, I should be reviewing a Boxster RS60 right now, but the rain deferred me from that, so we ended up in this Cayman, which I'm actually really happy about, because like I said, I've been wanting to drive a base .2 car, but it's just, you know, depreciation is a hell of a thing, and it sucks for the first owner, but it's so amazing for everyone after that. And this is just one of those cars that it's unreal that you can have one for so cheap. I love the sound under load from 3,000 to 4,000 RPM, kind of that noise that you get. It's so good. Okay, let's actually see what the power is like here on this base Cayman. Pretty easy to shift it fast with this short throw. A common upgrade people do is also the GT3 throttle body and plenum and all that stuff, which bolts right on as far as I know. It's just such a cool thing. I mean, what else is 30 grand and looks like this? I'm sure someone will put in the comments what it is. Hey, another 987. That one was a 0.1. Now, obvious sports car things. I mentioned earlier, the ride's a bit firm, yes, but honestly, ergonomically, and even elbow comfiness is not too bad. Okay, driver's side door panel, we'll gloss over that, but the center console here, you can rest your elbow on that. If there's one thing Porsche's gonna get right, it's the driving position. This is completely fine. Even visibility out of this car, you would think looking at it that it's terrible, but actually, fantastic visibility out of the windshield. Mirrors do a pretty good job. Your biggest blind spot lies around the B-pillar and kind of like the lift back, sloping rear design of this car. But whatever. You gotta make some sacrifices, and luckily, the amount of sacrifices you have to make are limited with a 987 Porsche Cayman. Such a cool noise. If you put an exhaust on these, they sound like a GT3. Oh man. This platform will just forever hold such a special place in my heart. My uncle had a Cayman S growing up, and I rode in it through my childhood, and it was always my dream car, and having one and being able to drive so many is just, 12-year-old me is smiling right now. He's really happy. And 26-year-old me is also quite happy. These Continentals feel pretty good in the rain here. Kind of a regular cruise control stock. There we go. spam it in every direction until it works. And I know, I own one of these, but I drive so many cars in between, I forget how things work. Vent placement is fantastic in this car, kind of front and center there for you. Hazard switch right in the middle, door locks right in the middle. It's all very easy to judge. All right, I want to do a couple more little pulls here. Mainly because I want to be using this short shifter. Feels fantastic. This is just like an empty highway right now. What is going on? Yeah, plenty of power. I mean, it honestly feels just about like my car. Maybe just a little bit slower, which, I mean, you can read a piece of paper and it'll tell you that, but the feeling these Porsches give you, the long gears, it's just so fun to rev them out. Even the stock shifter's fantastic. I mean, don't think that you have to go for a short throw. Yes. Alrighty guys, well, I mean, there's not too much else to say about this car that you don't already know, that I don't already know. But I really just wanted to show you that you shouldn't be scared of a base Cayman. It's still all the sports car that you could ever desire if you're looking at any sort of Cayman. And this owner has proved that with a few simple mods, you can make it even better. There's something so fun about daily driving a small car too. You just kind of feel like you're a little terrier dog in traffic. Put yourself in very small places. This car, you can use the torque to shoot gaps. Just the way this thing changes direction. I mean, it feels just like my car, but I just love it so much. I'm so glad that I got one of these and I'm keeping it forever. But yeah, I mean, this is, I think, the perfect solution. If you're looking for a Cayman, you want to spend between 20 and 30 grand. As much as it kind of pains me to say, because I went the other way and went for a 987 1S, have the peace of mind. I know that a lot of the issues are blown out of proportion. It's like 1% of cars. But if you never want those 1% of issues to cross your mind, just go for a base 987.2. It still has a 6-speed. It drives 95% the same as my car. Yeah, this is good. All right, well, that's been an impromptu little kind of drive here on this Porsche 987.2 Cayman Base. Usually I am much more prepared for these videos. Today, I was not prepared at all. So thank you for sticking with me. I've literally never seen this car in my life, and we just showed up. My buddy Eric is buying an Audi A3 from my buddy Sean. So I just kind of came along, and Sean was like, oh yeah, I'll probably have something for you to drive. So here we go. This is what we drove. Even over the railroad tracks. Fine, my spine is intact. But just to be fully transparent with you guys, as you know I always am, what a fantastic little piece of engineering. I think Porsche got it so right with the 987, and I really think they're a sweet spot. So go and buy yourself a 987, please. Don't drive the values up, but go and get one. I suppose I would be the one driving the values up. Okay, don't buy a 987. I take back everything I said. No. There's the A3 that I was just talking about that we are going to be going home with. But, all right, well, this is going to wrap it up for us. You guys can tell how much I love this. Really fantastic machine that we have driven today. Well, let's go ahead, shut it off. We'll give you one last look for the third time of the exterior here. I do like the Cayman R door pulls. Those are a fun touch. Another thing about Caymans that I don't think a lot of people realize is there's spots to mount a roof rack. So I've always kind of had a fantasy of making a safari Cayman someday and putting a roof rack on it. But that's kind of what it is. I mean, the possibilities are endless with these cars. They're a fantastic platform. So, all right, well, if you needed a video kind of telling you to go and have yourself a 987, hopefully this one was it. But also, I have videos of my car on my channel as well, and I plan on filming some more this season. So plenty of 987 content to come, but I hope you guys enjoyed this 987.2 base. Actually, there's one last thing I wanted to say. .2's very hard to find. Porsche only made like 2,400 of these cars in the 4-year period that they were being made. Obviously, the recession didn't help, as that's kind of when these cars were launched. But they are a bit hard to find, but if you can kind of hold out until spring, owners start posting their cars up, and maybe you'll get lucky and you can find them. Places like Cars and Bids, Bring a Trailer, they're kind of always popping up on there. So keep an eye out, and maybe you'll find a really nice one for yourself. But that'll do it for me today. Thank you guys all so much for watching, and thank you again to Kauth Mayeur in Peoria, Illinois, for tossing me the keys, and the owner, Sean, of this car. So cool. All right, guys. Well, thanks again, and we will see you in the next one. Take care.